Thank you very much for this great little experience, Andrew. But as we continue to celebrate your 21st anniversary, we have a little sneak peek of our upcoming Today Special on Sunday. So with right?
Tomorrow, well, we start at midnight tomorrow night.
Right.
And I just thought we'd make it available since I was calling in. And this is something I just cooked up yesterday. I asked Jenny, who runs our business at HSN. I said, how about if we, as long as I'm going to be calling in on Bobby's show, why don't we introduce everyone to our special anti-aging blend with resveratrol and other ingredients, as well as our Ultimate Friendly Flora that are both at best pricing ever. So we have two Today Specials coming up.
Yes. First of all, I'm so grateful because I take both of these. This Friendly Flora that I didn't take, honestly, for years and years, just started taking. Amazing, amazing results. And by the way, also another huge customer pick. Quickly, we'll show you show everyone the choices, and you're getting the opportunity to take advantage right now of our phenomenal Today Special prices. With your 30, your 60, your 120, and your 270 caps. Incredible, incredible savings here, Andrew. I mean, upwards of $100 on your large size.
And the Ultimate Friendly Flora is, I mean, people don't realize this. Friendly Flora is not an ingredient that works on your body like a nutrient or an antioxidant or other protective compounds. What Friendly Flora are, they're living things. They are these living organisms that actually outnumber the cells in our body. And we cannot live a healthy life without them, without a healthy balance of them. And virtually everything we do living our modern lives disrupts them, kills them, harms them. So if we want to have a happy life, if we want a healthy, happy digestive system, we need to treat our Friendly Flora well. We need to be their friend, because like any good friend, they're sensitive. Exactly. And if we don't treat sensitive people well, they're not happy. And these Friendly Flora, these are living things that desire and need a certain environment to function their best. So we'll talk about this at length, that it really even goes to our neurologic function, our brain function, our emotional balance. This has impacts throughout our body and our health.
And particularly for this time of year, right? Because I think when you're traveling or it's the holidays and you're not eating right, all of that seems to have even probably a greater impact on your immune system, your digestive system.
We tend to be eating a lot of the wrong foods.
Right.
We're consuming more alcohol.